This episode of Super Boothers is brought to you by Photo Booth Startup, giving you the ultimate photo booth at an affordable price. Specializing in ring light booths, whether you're just starting out or adding some to your fleet, Photo Booth Startup can help. Visit their website at photoboothstartup.com. Hello and welcome to Super Boothers. My name is Ryan.
And I'm Ismail.
When was the last time someone made you feel special?
You talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you.
Oh, well, you just made me feel special right there. I didn't know you'd ask me that question.
Oh, I would never. This is the first time in 51 episodes I've ever. How you doing?
Thanks for making me feel special so publicly.
You're welcome. When was the last time you felt special? Not from me, just in general.
You're putting me in the spot here. When did I feel special?
Is there anything that a business has ever done to make you feel special?
Oh, business.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
You know what's bad? That it's taking me so hard to think of an example. That tells you how bad these businesses are treating people.
I'm sure.
You know, we got a lot of work to do there.
When was the last time someone smiled at you at Dunkin' Donuts?
I look down. I don't look at their face.
You know, yeah, you'll have a conversation. Oh,
you know what? You know what? Actually, there's a local, little coffee shop here.
Coffee.
It's literally steps from my home. So I go there every morning, and the lady that works there is like incredible customer service, gets to know you as a person, gets to know your name, and every day without fail that I walk in, I'm greeted good morning and my first name as soon as I walk in the door. So that's one example.
Do you get the usual?
Well, it's self-serve coffee. It's like a 7-Eleven thing where you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, lovely. Did you know that Starbucks does this?
What do they do?
Where, like, if you have, like, your dog, like, let's say you go through the drive-thru and you have your dog with you and you ask for a puppy latte, they give you, like, a little cup. Like, it's like a little, like, doppio cup, and it has, like, whipped cream in it for your dog. So your dog can have a puppy latte.
I did not know that. But an interesting little tidbit. I don't know about...
Look at the hashtag puppy latte on Instagram.
So that's like a secret menu type of thing?
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't have a puppy, but that's cool. You know, though, another interesting thing that I've learned is that in New York, there's not a lot of drive-thrus for Starbucks and Dunkin'. I know when you go elsewhere there is, but we don't really have that. So,
well, we have in Texas where we drive everywhere, everything's a drive-thru. We're not getting in a car for anything. It's too hot.
I find that so lazy. And you know the experience where like you're searching through the parking lot for the closest spot to the door?
Yeah.
That's just lazy, man. Just go 10 feet down and park, then walk.
You won't walk. I wanted to walk from the hotel to Westgate, and you're like, no, it's too far.
You wouldn't walk 2 blocks in Australia. What are you talking about?
I ran 3 miles at 5 o'clock in the morning because I had jet lag. Don't tell me that. Oh, wait, we're recording.
Let's get back to the topic, all right? Making people feel special.
So anyways, one thing that I have done recently is what I have tried to do is before someone books, in one of my email sequences, I will send them an email that says, hey, listen, do you have a logo? Do you have a theme? Do you have anything that you can give me? Any insight into your event where I can do a free mock-up for you?
Do you get any type of reaction from people when you offer that? Like, do they know that that's something special?
Wait a minute. So this girl sends a thing. She says, Candyland. That's it. That's all she gave me. Candyland, one word. And like the text that she went on there was welcome to Candyland and the date. So I'm like, okay, well, I went to Shutterstock, purchased a Candyland vector little thing, put together a little 3-up, and then, you know, a little kind of like Polaroid one that had like a larger, I guess, area for like text and stuff, sent her both. She sent me an email in all caps that was like, oh my God, thank you so much. This is so amazing. I'm so excited. I can't wait to show this to committee. Hold the date. I'll get back with you on Monday.
Now, how much work did you put in to get that reaction? How much effort?
About 45 seconds. I mean, I think it took me longer to upload it and send it. That's also because I'm graphically inclined, but that's not to say that you can't do it in 10 minutes.
I think that's a topic that people should take away, is that you can make people feel special or go the extra mile, and you don't have to put that much work into it. You don't have to go a mile for an extra mile. It can literally be 2 feet.
No, and that's really sad how people like how low everyone's expectations are. Like whenever I used to be able to like if ever you go to a hotel often, like they will say like or no, there's a good one. So in Dallas, I think it's somewhere on Turtle Creek. If you go there with your dog, they'll ask you for your dog's name. They will embroider your dog's name on a dog bed for you.
You know what you just reminded me of too is I had a recent experience where I was on the phone with my auto insurance company, and they were.
Oh God, I remember you were texting me
It
this.
was a horrible experience, and the reason I'm bringing it up is because they still say, "Hey, thank you for your X years of being a customer. We really appreciate it," but they don't do anything about it. And I think that's an important thing as well. Is it has to be genuine. You can't just lip service special comments to people. You have to actually do it, back it up, and mean it.
Yeah,
Um, it has to be authentic, is what I'm trying to get at.
yeah.
Otherwise, it's just really annoying. Like that just bothered me.
You know, I got an email today. So again, I have made no secret that my, I guess, customer service software is Zendesk. I guess I've been inaccurate on the pricing. I was with Zendesk way back when it was $1 a month per person per agent per company or whatever. And now I guess it's a lot more than that. But anyways, it's still pretty cheap per year. But what I do is anytime someone sends an email that is a response to one of my marketing emails, or if it's an inquiry, it goes to my phone, a ticket opens, I'm able to respond to things super quick. I talk about macros on the follow-up PDF that I have, and on that one, all I do is just push a button that has a pre-programmed response to where I'm able to send stuff out super quick. So if someone says, how early are you there to set up? I have a little pre-programmed response that says, hey, listen, we're there an hour before. Here's what we can do. Blah, blah, blah. Any extra time is idle time. Like, I hate typing that stuff out. So all I do is push the little macro button and then it takes care of it for me. So I'm able to get those responses out quicker, especially if it's like the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again, which it is because we're doing photo booths. There's one girl that I sent it to today. She sent me the thing. 2 minutes, she had her proposal from me just because I was already on my phone, pushing a couple buttons. She goes, wow, you're fast. I have a couple more questions. It was all standard stuff. Send it back to her. She's like, you are the fastest person. Thank you so much. We'll get back with you.
Have you ever felt special?
It's been a long time.
Because
No. Actually, I think I might have told the story before. I was in Mexico City and I was staying at the St. Regis, and at the St. Regis they give you like it's like turn down service, but like they'll come like, yeah, put a chocolate on your pillow or whatever. But what they would do is they would bring in this beautiful bowl of fresh fruit. I love fruit. Fruit is like nature's candy to me. And one night I had a pear. I love pears. I don't eat pears in my daily life. Like I'm not about to go to the grocery store and like hunt down pears. The next morning we went down to breakfast at the hotel and there was fruit. I was like, sweet, I get to have another pear. Well, I said, oh, are there any pears? They said, no, sir. Give me a moment. No sooner, 10 minutes later, did I see a kid running in, sweating with 2 bags full of pears. And I said, did he just run out and go get pears? I'm so sorry, sir, you had to see that, but yes, he did. I mean, I hate it when people do stuff for me, but I secretly love it.
I mean, that just makes you feel really special because you see that he
uh,
literally ran to get you what you wanted.
Jesus, it's crazy. And that's another thing. So this is I have been in hospitality almost my entire life. I am that person where I've worked in hotels. If someone says, oh, I have a food allergy, I will move heaven and earth to make sure that your food allergy is taken care of. You don't want any peanuts? I will make sure there are no peanuts in anything. You are vegan. I will make sure that all that stuff is taken care of. Think about this. So we were at Disneyland. So Ismail's wife is a vegetarian. We went to the Be Our Guest restaurant or whatever. We ordered and she's like, oh, I'm going to get stuck with a salad or whatever. They had a cauliflower burger. And I don't know if you saw this, but Mev's face just lit up. She's like, "Oh my God, I get real food." And we're like, "This place is magical." I mean, it's a very, very cool feeling. I used to do event planning. I will do one wedding a year, I think, where I will help a friend or help a previous client or, someone that has essentially only Ryan is going to do this. Like I will do it once a year. I just did one in February in New Orleans at the Ritz-Carlton, and we went, I guess, in late December for her tasting. And so we're doing the tasting. I love how they do their tastings, by the way. It's just beyond fabulous. If you ever get married in New Orleans, you really need to do it at the Ritz-Carlton. But anyways, so I'm there. I have been on the other side. I've been a catering sales manager before. I've done what she's done. I didn't see it coming. I made a comment and I was like, I have been in New Orleans for 2 hours and I've yet to have a beignet. Everyone laughs. They're bringing out the dessert course where we were testing cakes. I'll be damned if a bowl full of beignets shows up right in front of me. The pastry chef brought out these beignets and she said, "I heard you were looking for some beignets." I have never felt more special in my life. I was like, "You didn't. You absolutely didn't." It's just, stuff like that makes people a client for life.
I definitely agree that you feel so special when those things happen, but I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of the listener, right? So there's people out there that are just kind of working these events. They're doing regular events, birthday parties, weddings, and I think what's going through their mind is this is too much effort. How do you determine who it's worth it for? Because it may not be worth doing it for everybody.
This is true. However, it doesn't really take a lot to make someone feel special, and that's not to say that you can't do it with the internet. So you know what? If you want to give someone, I don't know. I don't ask this anymore just because I don't care anymore. However, I used to ask people what their colors were. Actually, this is another good one. What I did is, so if you have microsites enabled on your thing, I love the idea of, I actually did this for an event. It was at a very, very, very beautiful museum. And I took a photo with my iPhone of the room setup. So with nobody in it. So gorgeous flowers, gorgeous linens, gorgeous lighting. It's all done. This fabulous ballroom. Took a picture of the blank ballroom, uploaded it as the background on the microsite, uploaded it as the start screen. Everyone just thought it was so amazing. The bride looked and she goes, "Did you just do that just now?" I did it because I was bored. I did it to pass the time. I mean, what I don't think that people realize is how little effort it takes just to make someone feel special.
Yeah, I guess I would advise people to try to think of ways that are scalable. Because I think the thing that's difficult about these cool designs that are going the extra mile is that it's not really a duplicable or a scalable process, right? So
it absolutely
because there's
is.
people that are not really creative in that respect. So as soon as you start,
you don't have to be creative.
Yes, and we've talked about this. That you can hire it out, right? Or you can get someone else to do it for cheap. But there's other ways that you can implement things that are scalable that can just become part of your normal business process. That makes a client feel special. It doesn't have to be some crazy thing you got to cook up each and every time someone contacts you. And I think the other thing about that is that it's got to be authentic. And part of being authentic is that you just got to be present. Like that guy that ran for the Pears for you didn't plan that. It wasn't part of his funnel. He just heard what you said. He was listening to you. He heard what you wanted and he went out and got it.
Well, it's also a little bit different in Mexico. In Mexico, they really don't say no.
See.
Thank you, Ismail. Thank you. I really believe that there are ways to make your customer feel happy without really having to do a whole lot more. You can just say, it's also in the wording of how you do stuff. You don't have to tell people that, you're including texting or including, a beautify filter or whatever. Just say, "You know what? I love you so much. Thank you so much for your business. I'll just go ahead and throw in, all these filters." It doesn't cost you anything. All you're doing is just flicking a switch on your little dashboard or whatever. They don't have to know that.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I think there's things like that you can do that are like just a free surprise bonus that really don't cost you much time at all, where you can just kind of do it automatically. And people are like, oh my God, thank you so much for making me this little clip of all my photos. Meanwhile, you click the button.
I really wonder if there's a way to like do this after the fact. So like, for example, I was talking about memory books, how they're super cheap for me. And actually in my masterclass in Australia, if you're in the US, I tell you where I get my memory books for $15. So you can check that out at boothcon.com.au/shop. And that is available for purchase. So US people absolutely can still benefit from the Australia masterclass. But anyways, I will wonder if it is possible to, maybe if there is a bride that you can offer the memory book to. I always used to offer a memory book. I used to not let people buy it before, just in case something were to happen. That was a way for me to rectify something. So I wouldn't sell scrapbooks or memory books before the event. I would only sell it as an upsell after the fact. That way, if anything happened with the event or if someone wasn't happy, I could just say, oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. Please accept this memory book with my compliments. And, then they're happy. Versus having them buy it and then refund it. Because refunds don't really work for anyone.
How do you look at balancing doing these things, going the extra mile versus maximizing your profit? Because there's people out there too that just want to, I'm not going to give them a free memory book, or I'm not going to make this video for free. I need to charge for everything.
Oh, that's a good thing. I never thought about that. Doing like a little video after the fact that they can post.
Yeah, no, it's creating shareable content, like you say, right? So
I wish I would listen to my own damn advice. That is genius.
Thank you.
See, this is what I learned from you.
I feel special.
You do feel special. Very. I'm so glad someone showed up to work today.
I'm a professional. I am a professional.
Barely. Don't get ahead of yourself. Calm down. You have one good idea in 51 episodes.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
I would love the idea of doing that. That is so genius, because not only that, you could do this with like that little GoPro app to where it does that video for you super quick, or InShot, or like, my gosh, this is such a revelation. My business is forever changed.
I found out about that app from you. You use it for your personal stuff. You kind of make things very quickly.
I never thought about applying that to my client.
I'm just here to drop golden nuggets, golden wisdom.
You have just dropped a load of good information on me. I have never had this sort of revelation in my life. This is life changing. This never happens. Think about
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, on a serious note, I don't do it all the time.
No.
But I am on the lookout for little bonuses I can throw in for each event that will make the clients like feel so happy. But to me, it doesn't really cost me anything.
No.
So sometimes, like if I have an a la carte option and the props are extra and they ask me, can you bring me props? I throw it in there at no charge. It doesn't cost me anything.
Yeah.
If I'm already making a ton of money on the event, I feel bad nickel and diming them for bringing me props. Yeah. So I just throw it in there. Or I've actually done that before where I make a short video clip. And there's tools out there like Animoto. There's a GoPro app where you literally just drag in all the photos and you pick a little song and it makes it for you.
But think about this. It would be really cool to like do a quick little video. If the wedding and if I'm talking weddings here, so if the ceremony and the reception are in the same venue and you're just kind of chilling around having nothing to do because you finished that up already, just get little 5-second videos here and there, stitch all those together. There's apps that create it for you. Type in whatever the wedding was, send it to them. I wouldn't post it, but I would send it to them saying, hey, we made this quick video for you. Thank you so much, whatever. They post it, put your information on the back end of it. That is gold.
Now you got the juices flowing, because I can remember very recently we did a birthday party and literally this is what happened. You know how it was like everyone got together. The birthday girl was blowing out the candles on her cake, and I just pulled out my phone, recorded a short video clip of her just blowing out the candle. That's all I did. 3 seconds. Slow-mo'd that, and it looked amazing. And just send that over to her, and she posted and shared that to everybody, because that one little thing represented her whole night, her blowing out the candles. So I would look out for those little moments and just get a clip.
this is the thing: is the videographer and photographer won't get photos back for a couple of weeks. They won't get a video done
They
in
want to
that
post
quickly.
it.
They
wanna
want
post
something.
it.
They want something quick. I had to beg a photographer to give me like 5 photos that she could just post, and even then, it took over a week.
No, totally. They want to post something on their social media of their event, and it just takes literally a second if you're pulling out your phone to capture that. A lot of their own friends there and family don't capture it. So it's little stuff like that. It's very minimal effort.
Well, my life is forever changed.
It's that easy to change your life and rock your world?
A little bit.
Oh, no.
Not really. Well, this was the thing. So we talked about previously with Taylor, whenever we went to coach, and then they sent the handwritten letter and all that other stuff of, hey, thank you so much. How was your trip to Vegas? Blah, blah. You're like, crap. Why did you have to add that personal touch? Now I have to go spend more money with you. People almost feel obligated to do it.
Yeah. And I remember back to something as simple. I think there was a prop company where they just put a couple pieces of candy in the shipment. And I remember seeing their customers post pictures of the box with candy and post it online. So it's just putting a couple pieces of candy in there, but it really stands you out apart from the competition and buys you some loyalty from the customer.
Thank you so much for listening. If you're going to be in New Orleans on May 10th, please come see me. I'll be speaking at the ILEA New Orleans chapter meeting at the B Hotel on Canal Street. Please visit ILEANewOrleans.com. That's ILEA Neworleans.com for more info. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.